Good evening and welcome to our Girl Scout fashion show. This fashion show is part of the Girl Scouts Impact the World exhibit at the Global Village Museum of Arts and Cultures in Fort Collins, Colorado. We invite you all to visit the exhibit any Tuesday through Saturday until May 21st.
A lot has happened to girls and Girl Scouts in the past 110 years. We've gone from the beginning of automobiles into space. We've gone from communicating by long personal letters or short telegrams to the internet, Facebook, and Instagram. Girls have gone from tying knots to building computers and robots.
Tonight, we're going to introduce you to a variety of Girl Scout uniforms from 1919 through 2000, as well as what Girl Scouts have been doing over the past 110 years. Our uniforms have gone from blue to khaki to green and green and green and back to khaki. Girls have worn everything from bloomers to dresses to bell-bottom pantsuits to separates and vests. Each uniform has its own special meaning to the girls and leaders who wore them, but all our uniforms express our pride, friendship, leadership, and service in the sisterhood of Girl Scouts and Girl Guides.
Juliet Gordon Lowe met with a group of girls in Savannah, Georgia on March 12, 1912 to form the first Girl Scout troop by making a legendary telephone call to her cousin saying, "I've got something for the girls of Savannah and all America, and we're going to start it tonight." Girl Scouting was original, exciting, and innovative. It brought new challenges and meaning to the lives of every girl it touched. The first uniforms were sewed by the girls and their mothers at home and consisted of a blue midi blouse and skirt with bloomers, which were puffy knee-length shorts under her skirt. This uniform allowed girls to energetically participate in the many new activities they were introduced to while remaining fashionable and ladylike.
In 1916, an official uniform in khaki was introduced because it was more practical and did not show dirt as easily. Girl Scouts were proud of their khaki uniforms because they were similar to the uniforms worn by soldiers in World War I. Everyone in the community could readily identify Girl Scouts as they performed war service work, helped soldiers' families, or collected peach pits for gas masks.
Girls were earning proficiency badges in a variety of areas from housekeeping and first aid to cyclist and electrician. These were worn on the sleeves of the uniforms.
An experimental program for younger girls became popular, so in 1927, Brownies became an official program for girls 7 to 9 years old. Her brown slip-over dress has a Peter Pan collar and a pixie-style hat and bloomers that complete her outfit.
During the Great Depression of the 1930s, many families had a very hard time surviving. There were few jobs and food was scarce because of a drought. Girl Scouts adapted by introducing a new uniform that used less material, was more durable, and kept up with the times. Girls still sewed their proficiency badges on their right sleeve to show their accomplishments. The new uniform made them easily identified as they did service projects in their communities. Mika is modeling a Depression-era Girl Scout uniform.
As the membership grows, so do the programs. There are 3 levels in Girl Scouting: the Brownies, Intermediates, and Seniors. Senior Girl Scouts could also be Wing Scouts, learning about weather and flying, or Mariner Girl Scouts, learning skills in boating, sailing, navigation, and water safety on lakes, reservoirs, or the ocean.
Girl Scout Mariners has been a part of Girl Scouts' bold history since 1934. The program provided older girls grade 8 to 12 an opportunity to engage in water-focused activities, developing their skills in swimming, safety and rescue, sailing, small craft navigation, weather, and even sea lore and sailors' handicrafts. The Mariners continued to be an active part of the Girl Scout program until the early 1960s, when Girl Scouts of the USA made a change to 4 program levels. Mariners became part of the Senior Girl Scout Interest Program. In 2020, the Mariner program was revitalized and guidelines also got a new uniform. Councils across the United States are supporting the interest of girls. The uniform even had a curved breast pocket reflecting the Brownie Smile song as they take action on oceans, lakes, and rivers, and explore careers related to water and the environment surrounding water, and participate in activities in international travel. I'm sure you couldn't guess it if you guess a long, long while, so I'll take it out and put it on. It's a great big brownie smile.
The 1940s were again a time of sacrifice and service as the United States was in World War II. Girl Scouts worked hard performing service to our country, collecting scrap metal and growing victory gardens. Girl Scouts all across the country collected milkweed pods to help make life jackets for sailors because the USA's major supply of kapok in the Dutch West Indies was cut off by the Japanese. Major changes to uniforms were necessary because zippers, webbing for belts, metal buttons, and some fabrics were being used for millions of military uniforms. Badges and sashes became an option as some uniforms were short-sleeved. Korean War followed in the early 50s. Girl Scouts continued their efforts by assembling kits for Korea, which were items needed by Korean people.
After experiencing all the hard times of the Great Depression and World War II, everyone just wanted to go to camp and have fun. New uniforms encouraged girls to participate in more active games and adventures. Brownies got their own camp suit with brown shorts with an inside pocket and a boyish short-sleeve blouse. Can you imagine going to camp in a starch white blouse? How much fun could you have if you had to stay all neat all day? Leaders got a green and white striped seersucker one-piece playsuit with bloomers. Doesn't Miss Jessica look fashionable and ready to meet the girls at camp for some fun outdoor activities?
Senior Girl Scout uniforms were also updated to reflect changing fashions and the interest of older girls. They were becoming stylish young adults, and their uniforms and activities reflected more adult interests such as career exploration, international friendship, and technology.
Girl Scout adults have also worn distinctive uniforms from the very first days of our organization. Here is Miss Andrea wearing her stylish 1950s dress uniform in green cotton covert with hat and white gloves. Her simple uniform coordinates well with her intermediate Girl Scouts and was in line with the fashion of the times.
Between 1956 and 1965, senior Girl Scouts from across the USA, along with Girl Guides from all over the world, came together for 2-week celebrations of camping called roundups. Most girls traveled in their uniforms on special trains with hundreds of other Girl Scouts to Michigan, Vermont, or Idaho. After traveling from New York on a train, Mika is ready to meet some new friends at the roundup in Colorado. Over 10,000 senior Girl Scouts came to the roundup in Colorado Springs in 1959. The Bermuda shorts, white blouses with colorful bolo string ties, and straw hats were very comfortable travel uniforms.
In 1963, the Girl Scouts redesigned the whole program and created 4 age levels: Brownies, Juniors, Cadets, and Seniors. There were new handbooks, new badges, and new uniforms. Brownie's new uniforms were very similar to the old ones, but with a straight pocket in place of her Brownie Smile pocket. Madison models the new Junior uniform with short sleeves, lightweight cotton green dress, an elastic belt, and bright yellow tie. The badge sash and beret were retained. Cadets got a more young look to their uniforms that reflected their maturing status. Lucy wears a fashionable white blouse and dark green skirt with a Girl Scout tab at the waistline. A badge and sash and beret were also part of the uniform. Here's Mika wearing the new stylish senior uniform consisting of a green jewel-toned combed cotton sharkskin jacket and slim skirt.
In 1961, our camp uniforms were also updated. Brownies and Juniors started wearing matching t-shirts and shorts to camp. These new uniforms fit right in with more energetic activities like fire building, cooking over an open fire, and sleeping in tents.
The 1970s were a time of many changes in music, fashion, and culture. Girl Scout uniforms kept up with the changing times by changing to popular polyester materials and adding pants and separates. Welcome back Addie, who is wearing the senior Girl Scouts uniform dress without pants, but it was very popular to shorten the dress and add flared pants to her outfit. The changing length of this uniform gave it the nickname the official Girl Scout uniform with an unofficial hemline. On formal occasions, she still wore white gloves.
Cadet Girl Scouts also got a stylish new uniform, including a dark green polyester jumper or tunic with bell-bottom pants and a bright yellow blouse with trefoil stripes and a beret. She could also choose a yellow bodysuit or a skirt or pants and a green vest to display her insignia.
Madison is wearing the new Junior A-line 4-front button jumper and white blouse with green trefoil stripes. A red tab tie, badge sash, beret, and knee socks with flashes complement the uniform. Emily chose a green bodysuit or pants similar to her cadet sister.
Andrea enters wearing the adult leader uniform, which also changed with the times. Soft green double knit tunic and pants suit replaced the more formal dresses. The tunic and pantsuit was especially popular with leaders because they could wear a tunic or blouse with either pants or skirt.
The 1970s also saw a new look for Brownie Girl Scouts. Elena is wearing the new brown A-line zipper front jumper with a white blouse. Inara has chosen to wear pants, shorts, or an orange bodysuit. At the 1978 National Council session in Denver, a redesign of the Girl Scout trefoil was introduced to be known as the Contemporary Trefoil.
Beginning in 1984, girls in kindergarten could join the movement as Daisy Girl Scouts. This new level was named for our founder, Juliette Gordon Lowe, whose family called her Daisy from a very young age. These newest Girl Scouts wore a bright blue tunic with self-ties and 2 big pockets worn over their regular clothes.
Girl Scouts of the USA is a member of the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, along with 151 other countries. Known as WAGs, the association brings together girls from many cultures for a wide variety of activities and camporees. Many of these take place at one of the 5 world centers: our Chalet in Abelden, Switzerland, Pax Lodge in London, our Cabana in Mexico, Sangam in Pune, India, and Kusafiri. Emily has the opportunity to wear a Girl Guide uniform from Trinidad and Tobago, a country in the Western Hemisphere region of WAGs. Why are there Girl Guides and Girl Scouts as members of the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts? Countries like Trinidad and Tobago, who were influenced by the Britain Guide movement, are called Girl Guides, while countries associated with the United States like Japan or the Philippines became Girl Scouts.
In the 1980s, women's roles were changing, and the Girl Scouts were changing as well. Brownies got a new medium brown jumper with a choice of long or short pants and long or short sleeve shirt. Brownies could now earn triads and display them on brown badge sashes or vests. These were not designed for proficiency like the badges for older girls, but for exploration and exposure to a wide variety of areas.
Madison greets us dressed in the new junior uniform of bright Kelly green A-line skirt, white blouse with blue and green striped trefoils, blue tab tie, and bright green beret. She had a choice of a green polo shirt and pants, or shorts, as well as a vest or sash to display her accomplishments.
1994 brought more changes to Brownie uniforms with bright colors and coordinated separates. She could choose a floral jumper with a blouse, a mock turtleneck, and skirt, cargo pants and sweater, or any combination of the 8 separates.
Cadet and Senior Girl Scouts returned to our roots by adopting blue uniforms for a short 5 years before adopting tan casual separates in 2000. Royal blue skirts or walking shorts were paired blue and yellow striped white blouse and a long vest to match the more casual approach to fashion.
Our current uniform for older girls is wearing her light tan vest to display all her badges and awards with a white polo shirt and skirt or slacks of her choice.
The 21st century continues to bring changes to the Girl Scout movement and Girl Scout uniform. So there it is, 110 years of Girl Scouting and the uniforms we wear. As the country grew and changed, so did Girl Scouts. Prosperity, war, depression, civil and women's rights, and into every part of our communities and world. Uniforms are a tangible look at our history. They make us feel good about ourselves and our role as Girl Scouts. Each uniform represents the best of its time and the dreams of the girls and women who wore them. Wearing the Girl Scout uniform gives each member a feeling of pride and symbolizes acceptance of the Girl Scout promise and laws and a willingness to serve.
This fashion show was presented by Girl Scouts from Northern Colorado and the Girl Scouts of Colorado History Center in Loveland. This is part of a major exhibit, Girl Scouts Impact the World, at the Global Village Museum of Arts and Cultures in Fort Collins, Colorado. Visit the exhibit any Tuesday through Saturday between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. until May 21st. Registered Girl Scouts and adult leaders are admitted free, thanks to a generous donor. We will have a special opportunity for Girl Scout alumni to visit on Friday, April 22nd from 3 to 7 p.m.
Thank you for attending our Girl Scout fashion show. We hope you enjoyed this look into the history of Girl Scout uniforms as much as we have in presenting it to you. Girl Scouts of Colorado History Center volunteers prepared this fashion show narrative in March 2022 using the following sources: The Cut of the Cloth, A Brief History of Girl Scout Uniforms from 1912 to 1999 by the National Historic Preservation Center of GSUSA, 1999. Girl Scouts Collector's Guide by Mary Degenhart and Judith Kirsch, 2nd edition, 2005. and the Girl Scout Catalog by GSUSA National Equipment Service, annually 1917 to 2009.